Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
John, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and obscene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Hi, am I on the air?
Oh yeah, welcome back everybody. It's me, Don Mega, your host, and I welcome you to the show. This is Am I on the Air? This is your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest when it comes to the world of entertainment news, TV, movies, reviews, the whole nine. Am I on the Air is where you come to play. It is season 18, episode 21. And tonight's show is titled, That's Not How Uber Works. That's right, that's not how Uber works. And that, of course, stems from one of our reviews that's coming out the gate here tonight. But I'm so happy to be back. It's been a couple weeks, that's right. I told you on our last episode, Night Monkey, that we were going to take a week off and get back to basics the following week. And yes, I am a couple days later than normal. But as always, I have a very proper explanation as to why. We are broadcasting live here on July the 17th. It is a Wednesday. And once again, Am I on the Air is on the road. That's right, I'm broadcasting live from the Cottonwood Best Western Studios here in Arizona. Normally I'm out of Tucson, but once again I'm traveling for work, so the easiest way for me to multitask doing this show and getting away and having the time to do it is to take this time as I travel for work and just do it at the hotel. I'm all alone, I'm just chilling. What better time is there to take it? It's getting more and more complicated to find the time to record this show on a normal basis, especially over the summertime, because my wife doesn't work. She's a school teacher. My daughter's been staying up later than normal, and it really makes it difficult to sneak away for an hour or so to record this show. So therefore, when I do travel for work, I decide, hey, for the better of my family, let me take a couple extra days. I love to put the show out on Mondays. I knew I was traveling on Wednesdays, so I said, a couple more days, and we'll get the show up and running. So here I am to do this new episode for you guys. It's going to be chock full, man, because we have not done an episode since July 4th. Of course, happy 4th of July once again to everybody that celebrated that a couple weeks ago. But hey, that was July 4th, and now it is July the 17th. So we have a little over 2 solid weeks worth of news to get through. I hope you guys had time to get through the last episode, which was Night Monkey, where you got to hear about Spider-Man Far From Home, which was such an awesome movie. And and I hope you enjoyed that for what it was. Plus, there was a lot of other reviews going down on that episode. That was a really, really fun episode to do. And then we also had the very special Am I Still on the Air episode up as well for the X-Men franchise. That's right. Remember, me and Friggins got together and we broke down all 10 of the X-Men movies from the Fox film franchise and just talk kind of X-Men legacy. So once again, if you haven't heard that X-Men show yet and you're like, wait a minute, what? How did I miss that? Go over to our website, amiontheair.com, click on the tab that says Am I Still on the Air? And that's where you can find that episode. And of course, if you subscribe to us on any of our podcast feeds, you should be able to see it there. It's always listed as Am I Still on the Air? Because it's not a normal episode, it is a spin-off kind of show. But tonight we are back with not only 2 weeks worth of news, but I'm also got 2 movie reviews for you. We're gonna be talking Midsommar and also Stuber. That's right. So 2 good movie reviews for you, and then on top of that, of course, breaking down all the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment news. So let's kick things off right off the bat with some movie reviews, and I am going to start off with Midsommar, which a lot of people are pronouncing as Midsummer, because that's the way it kind of reads out, right? Midsummer. We're kind of midsummer right now. And I think the majority of people I've heard talk about this movie are calling it Midsummer. But the director himself has said the movie is technically pronounced Midsommar. So I will call it Midsommar and talk about this crazy-ass horror movie that, started... Hey, right now, my good buddy Jose is calling. Jose! And, I'm going to ignore his call right now, but he's going to understand why when he listens to this podcast. So, you're interrupting me, Jose. But in any case, Midsommar came out a couple weeks ago, actually the same week as Spider-Man. And, nobody that I typically run to the movies with wanted to watch the movie. They just said, nah, I'm good. Nobody. So it doesn't really look all that interesting, not really interested. But I thought it looked very interesting. This is from the director of Hereditary, which I really liked. And I dug the trailer. I thought it looked super creepy. And I had heard from some reviewers that this movie was pretty damn intense and it got pretty batshit nuts. So I was all on board. Last week, my wife, really out of nowhere, who, by the way, hates horror movies, and especially gory graphic ones, like I was told this movie was, said to me, hey, I'm kind of interested to see that movie. Why don't we go? Okay, cool. Let's do it. So we go. 2.5 hours later, we both walked out of the theater looking at each other saying, yeah, what did I just watch? What did I just watch? What did I just see? I can't even wrap my head around it. It's one of those tricky, weird films that, I left wondering to myself, did I like that? Or did I not like that? I kind of liked it, but I kind of didn't. It's a very, very odd movie. For those of you that haven't seen the trailer and you have no clue what I'm even talking about, which could be a lot of you, the trailer sets up the premise that there's a boyfriend-girlfriend couple that has been having a fight lately, and they're on the verge of breaking up, but the boyfriend is going overseas to go to this really cool festival that a friend of his invited him to. So to try to salvage his relationship, he invites the girlfriend to come along. It's a very weird kind of pagan ritual kind of group that they meet up with, and they bring a bunch of friends too, and they learn about their customs and different things they're doing, and of course things don't seem quite right while they're there. I can't really get into much more than that without getting into spoilers. This movie, I did like it, but it's a movie that I would never ever watch again. I don't feel like it has any replay value. The end of the movie left me scratching my head wondering what the fuck did I just watch. And just overall, it was just all right, really, when it came down to it. So, my wife hated it, which I kind of assumed she would. But it's crazy, man, because there's a lot of people out there that I've seen review this film and say, oh, it's an instant cult classic. It's one of the greatest movies of the last decade. It's so visceral and crazy. So, a lot of people are really digging this movie. They love it. They love the style. I didn't mind it, but nothing really happened. Nothing really happens in this movie until the last 20 to 30 minutes. Before that, it's just a bunch of just boring nonsense. And yeah, so it left me very, very divided at the end of the day. But I didn't mind watching it while I did. So in the end of the day, out of my 5-star scale, I would give Midsommar 3 stars. I thought it was decent enough to get 3 stars. Like I said, decent for a one-time watch, especially if you're into kind of weird, semi-horror kind of type movies. It's not really straight-up horror. It's more culty kind of horror. But I think it's worth checking out. Just don't be expecting stuff to be happening all throughout the movie. Because like I said, nothing really truly happens until the end. And none of the characters are super likable, by the way, which also makes it very hard to enjoy a movie. So there you go. Midsommar, 3 out of 5 stars. Then that leads me to the movie of the week that I was really looking forward to seeing, and that is the new movie Stuber. Stuber is the new comedy starring Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani. This movie was really damn funny, and I'm so happy for my boy Bautista, who, as a lifelong wrestling fan like myself, I've been watching Bautista for many, many, many years, and then obviously he broke away from wrestling and he became Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's been doing great stuff ever since. And this is his first big movie kind of coming out the gate as a lead actor. And his chemistry with Kumail in this movie is next level. And I know these guys became really good friends in real life, and you could feel that chemistry come across on screen. The premise of the story is Dave Bautista is a cop who is going after this bad guy who he's been after for years. Of course, on the day that he gets LASIK surgery, he gets a hot tip on where to find this guy he's been tracking for years. So he ends up having to call an Uber because he can't see, and Kumail Nanjiani is the man that picks him up, and he pretty much hijacks Kumail for the rest of the movie and says, I need you for official police business. I'm trying to track this guy down and drive me around, basically, be my chauffeur. And they go around town and they do a lot of crazy, wacky shit, and it's super damn funny. So I love a good throwback kind of buddy cop movie, and that's exactly what this is. So if you like those kind of Lethal Weapon-y, really cool throwback fucking action movies, I think you'll really enjoy Stuber. It was a fun ride. It's not the greatest story. It's not the best, most funniest movie I've seen all year. But I had a great time with it, and I really enjoyed the leads. Bautista and Kumail, like I said, great chemistry and play very well off each other, and that made the movie more enjoyable to me. So I really, really dug it, and at the end of the day, I would give this one 4 out of 5 stars. It kind of hinders in between that 3.5 to 4 star mark, but just from the chemistry and how good the leads are, I raised it a little bit up and gave it the 4. So 4 out of 5 for Stuber, and that's of course where our title of tonight's show is. That's not how Uber works, because in the movie, Bautista likes to just shout addresses at him, or towns, he'd be like, Compton! And he's like, what? And he's like, Compton! And he's like, that's not how Uber works. You can't just yell a town to me, and I'm going to take you there. So really funny stuff. I'd say if you like comedies and you like a good kind of like buddy cop kind of movie, if you watch the trailer and you thought the trailer was funny, I think you'll really enjoy it. So there you go. There's my 2 movie reviews of the week. Midsommar, 3 out of 5 stars, and Stuber, 4 out of 5. Now, as always, if I'm doing a TV show, I like to touch base on a TV show first before we get into the news. So very quickly, I'm going to talk Stranger Things Season 3. I binged through that pretty quickly, but haven't had a new show to talk about it. I will tell you, the first half of the season, I wasn't too hot on it. I remember watching the first couple episodes being like, man, I'm not digging this very much, and I love Stranger Things. But the beginning of the season just felt very rough for me to get into. Second half of the season, fantastic. I loved what they did. They really turned it around. It got really intense. And overall, I really, really dug this season. I'm so glad they picked it up in the second half. So, highly recommend Stranger Things Season 3 if you haven't watched that yet. Another show that I ended up binging through that kind of was on my queue, but hadn't had a chance to get to yet, is actually switching over to Hulu. On Hulu, they have a show called The Act. The Act is a true story about, what was her name? Ruby? Was it Ruby? Gypsy Rose, that's it, sorry, needed a second. Gypsy Rose, who was raised her whole life to feel that she was in a wheelchair, that she had leukemia, that she was diabetic, that she had all of these allergic allergies, that she just literally, everything was bad for her. She couldn't digest food, so she had a feeding tube put in, all of this crazy stuff, right? And her mom, who's played on the show by Patricia Arquette, it was just overbearing on her. True story now, this happened back in 2015. It turns out that there was really nothing wrong with Gypsy Rose. She could walk. She was not allergic to anything. She did not have leukemia. Literally nothing was wrong with her. And the mom just did it to basically keep her by her side. It was one of those kind of situations where she just played up everything, and she was taking advantage of people's goodwills, giving them money, building them a house, Habitat for Humanity, all kinds of crazy stuff. And if you know the true story, you know that Gypsy Rose met a dude, and the guy came to her house, and he murdered the mom for her to help out his girlfriend. And it's a crazy story. She's actually currently in jail for helping conspire to murder her mom. But you almost kind of don't blame her after you watch the show, because you're like, this bitch was crazy. But it's a really good show. Joey King plays Gypsy Rose, and she's great. And the Emmy nominations just came out yesterday, and I know Joey King is nominated for Best Actress. Patricia Arquette is nominated for Best Supporting Actress, both for this show, The Act. So if you have Hulu, I highly recommend you check it out. I think it's only 8 episodes. But man, me and my wife blazed through this really quickly. We were both super into it. So always like to shout out something new and fresh to you guys to check out if possible. So check out The Act, and I know you're checking out Stranger Things, so that was my review on that. So with that all being said, let's switch gears and let's start blazing through the news of the last couple weeks. So later on in the show, I got some news on the Akira movie, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But there's actually an Akira sequel anime series that's coming from Kachiro Otomo. Yes, that is coming very soon. So look for that, man. A sequel to Akira. Who would have thought? The creator of The Mask, that's right, the Jim Carrey mask, is thinking about doing a reboot. And he wants to do a female-led reboot, so that would be pretty interesting there if they go through with that. Netflix has pledged to cut back on depictions of smoking in their original production, so that's pretty cool there. They might as well. They should. Sylvester Stallone says that he's finally cooking up another Expendables adventure. Oh, yeah. I love me some Expendables, man. They're cheesy as fuck, but give them to me any day. We got an article up with John Watts, director of Spider-Man Far From Home. He talks about including Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and just kind of the future of the Spider-Man movies, so check out that. Remember, all our news here can be found throughout our social media. It's a mix of our Twitter and our Facebook pages, so if you ever want to read into full articles of things I'm talking about tonight, just check out our official social media pages for our Twitter and our Facebook. Let's see here. Star. Remember that show Star over on Fox? That was canceled. They're going to bring it back, and they're going to do a wrap-up with a movie of the week. That's right, Lee Daniels says they'll do a movie of the week to wrap up that series. Stars has Powers coming back. Power Season 6. You can check out the first trailer for that right now. James Gunn says that they're in negotiations to do a Brightburn sequel. Man, my fingers are crossed on this one. I loved Brightburn, and I would love to see a sequel so bad. So I really hope that they can make that one work for sure. Man, God, I would love to see a Brightburn too. Really, really enjoyed that one. San Diego Comic-Con getting ready to begin later tonight for the preview night, and then of course it'll be going all weekend. Marvel Studios is going to have a Hall H panel on Saturday, which is going to be insane. And I can't wait, man. Can't wait to hear what's going to be coming for Phase 4. We'll get our official announcements. We have the first trailer for Mulan. You can check that out. So, yes, Disney's live-action Mulan, which I thought the trailer was alright. But I've never been the biggest Mulan fan, so don't take my word for it. We have your guide to all the upcoming shows that's going to be on Warner Media's upcoming streaming service. Disney Channel star Cameron Boyce has passed away at the age of 20. That's right. He played Adam Sandler's son in the two Grown Ups movies. He was on the Disney Channel for many years. I believe he was on Good Luck Charlie, and then he was also in The Descendants. The Descendants 3 is about to come out, and unfortunately he had a health problem and passed away, so our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. Spider-Man Far From Home debuted with a awesome $185 million 4th of July weekend debut. That's right. It was a massive earner, because remember, this movie came out early. It came out on a Tuesday and then had to make money all throughout the week and then over the weekend as well. So that 185 is kind of stretched out longer than a normal movie weekend would be. But it's the highest for that stretch. So congratulations. The movie's making a ton of money. It looks like it will cross the $1 billion mark. It's already over 800 and something million as of this moment. So congratulations to my boy Spidey, because it's a fantastic movie and definitely deserves all the money it's making. Because not only was it 185 million in the U.S., but it also was 600 million globally. That weekend, Spider-Man Far From Home was, of course, the number one movie with 93.6 million over the 3 days. Toy Story 4 was number 2. Yesterday was number 3. Annabelle Comes Home was number 4. Aladdin was number 5. Midsommar was number 6. The Secret Life of Pets 2 was number 7. Men in Black International was number 8. Avengers Endgame was number 9. And Rocket Man was number 10. Just to fill you in on that box office that we skipped over when we didn't do a show. Disney's Mulan is officially set to hit theaters on March 27th, 2020. So that's going to be cool for all you Disney freaks out there. Speaking of Disney freaks out there, you ready for some Lion King this Friday? It's coming. We're so close. I've already got my pre-order tickets for Saturday afternoon. So I will definitely have a review for Lion King on the next episode. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of his next movies is a movie called Red Notice. Now, we heard a lot about this movie a while ago. I reported on this movie because it's from the same director who did Skyscraper and did Central Intelligence with The Rock. The movie was going to be at Universal Pictures. Universal has sold it off to Netflix. Netflix came in and purchased the rights to the movie and won a new bidding war over the film. And it's an expensive one, man. I think this is going to be Netflix's most expensive movie ever. And it will star The Rock. It will star Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds. That's right. It looks like Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot are going to be international, art thieves who are just badass and unstoppable. And, of course, The Rock is the Hobbs of the movie. He's the cop that's going after them, trying to bust them and bring them to justice. I think it's going to be a great movie. This is an awesome cast with a great director, and I can't wait to see it on Netflix, man. So it'll probably hit Netflix next year, and I'm super stoked. So look for Red Notice coming to Netflix probably next year. It might even be 2 years because they haven't even started filming it yet. But yeah, very cool. Marilyn Manson is set to appear in the new Stand miniseries that'll be on CBS All Access. Newcomers Celeste O'Connor and Logan Kim have joined Ghostbusters 2020. Sarah Paulson will not be returning for American Horror Story 1984. That's a bummer, because I love her and she's always good in American Horror Story. Netflix has acquired the global rights to the new British teen drama The A-List. The Big Lebowski spin-off The Jesus Rolls, is set to arrive in theaters in early 2020. This is a pretty cool addition here. I told you guys, a couple months back that Chris Rock, of all people, was doing a Saw movie that was going to be like a spin-off set in the same universe. Well, now we know that Chris Rock is actually starring in the movie, and guess who's playing his dad? Samuel L. Jackson. That's right, Samuel L. Jackson confirmed to be playing Chris Rock's father in the new Saw movie, so that's pretty badass. I love that. Director Todd Phillips says that his new Joker movie will not be following anything from the comics. That's right, it's going to be its whole original origin story, not following any source material. Fast and Furious 9 has officially added Charlize Theron and Helen Mirren to the cast. So, of course, Charlize Theron reprising her role as the villain from Fast 8, and Helen Mirren coming back, of course, as the mother to the Shaw brothers. Director John Watts wants Kraven the Hunter in the next Spider-Man solo film, so we'll see what happens with that. Let's see here. We also have an article up with John Watts talking about Spider-Man Far From Home's ending, the spoilers, and the future of the MCU. Because, man, does this movie have an ending. I can't stress enough that if you're going to see Spider-Man Far From Home, that you sit through the damn credits. Do not get up and leave. If you do not see the first after credit scene, it makes the movie totally different, so you need to make sure you see it. Okay, back to the story. We have the first trailer for Judy, starring Renee Zellweger as Judy Garland. We have the second trailer for Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, trailer number 2. So check that out. Like we said, Power, season 6. Stranger Things, season 3, Netflix says that over 40 million viewers have checked out the new season, which is awesome. Animated series You're Not a Monster is coming to IMDb. The Mulan teaser gained more than 175 million views in just 24 hours. We got an article up with George R.R. Martin talking about the updates that are going on with the Game of Thrones prequel series that are currently shooting. Felicity Jones has joined George Clooney's new movie Good Morning Midnight. Joe Taslim is set to star as Sub-Zero in the new Mortal Kombat movie. This is awesome. Joe is an amazing martial artist, and man, he is going to kill it as Sub-Zero. So very exciting to not only get him as Sub-Zero, but to see that the casting has begun for this Mortal Kombat reboot. Alright, we've been talking a lot over the last couple of weeks about the Warner Media streaming service. Well, we have a name finally, and it's HBO Max. That's right. Stupid fucking name. Stupid, man. HBO Max. Why the fuck would you call it that? So dumb. But that's what it's been called. HBO Max has been revealed as the name for the Warner Media new streaming service. It will offer an impressive direct-to-consumer experience for all ages. The service has announced that it has exclusive streaming rights to shows such as Friends, which will officially leave Netflix to join HBO Max at launch. And they will also have rights to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Pretty Little Liars, as well as a bunch of the new Warner Brothers produced dramas for the CW, beginning with the fall 2019 season, including the new DC Entertainment series Batwoman and Riverdale spinoff Katie Keene. That's right. They're going to be doing a bunch of original series like Dune, The Sisterhood, Tokyo Voice, The Flight Attendant, Love Life, Station 11, Made for Love, and the animated series Gremlins: Secret of the Mogwai. They're going to stack this thing, man. I'm not, it's a stupid name, but it's going to be a great streaming series that I probably will sign up for, even though I think it's going to be $15 or $17 a month. And that's because of a lot of the content that they're going to have on here. They're trying to keep it in that kind of HBO premium kind of world. But that's expensive, man. I don't know how many people will jump right onto the boat of it. But at least it looks like they're stacking this thing with original content. The show The Society over on Netflix has been renewed for a second season. Lulu Wang is set to direct a film adaptation of Children of the New World. Amazon has given a series order to sitcom for Travi Oliver and Amy Poehler, their new female-led sitcoms over on Amazon. Cuphead is heading to Netflix as an animated series. Look Who's Talking reboot is on the way. That's right, the Talking Baby that Bruce Willis did so great in the 80s is coming back. And this is a reboot that I can dig, man. I really enjoyed the Look Who's Talking movies, as silly as they are, and I would love to see a reboot, because we could probably do something pretty cool with our technology this day and age. Disney has pushed Amy Adams' new movie Woman in the Window back in order to retool the film. That's right. They're pushing it back to 2020. Joe Wright is the director of the film. Supposedly the third act of the movie is not very good and didn't test well with audiences, so they're going back to work on that and make it better. A Private War director is set to helm a drama about the deadly California wildfires. The Duffer Brothers says that Stranger Things Season 4 will feel very different than the previous seasons. We have the second trailer for Dora and the Lost City of Gold, so look for that. We have an actor confirming his exit after 6 seasons on the 100. That's right. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because they left this article as a spoiler, so I will keep that going as well. If you're interested, click the link. Rip Torn, unfortunately, has passed away as well. He is dead at 88. I will always remember Rip Torn from Men in Black, and I loved him in Freddy Got Fingered as as Fred's dad, Tom Green's dad in the movie. So funny. Rip Torn, rest in peace. Alana de la Garza has exited the CBS spin-off FBI's Most Wanted to star in the original show FBI. That's right, so that's awesome. Good switch there. Katie Sackhoff returns to space in the first trailer for Netflix's Another Life with Selma Blair. This show comes out later this month on Netflix. I really dug the trailer, so I'll be checking this show out when it launches for sure. Derek Kolstad, creator and writer of the John Wick franchise, has joined Marvel's Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. How cool is that? That's pretty awesome. Pretty damn awesome, man. I love that writer. Of course, John Wick, amazing. Can't wait to see what he does in the Marvel world. Alright, they're getting ready to start filming on the Suicide Squad, and they have added Storm Reed as Idris Elba's daughter. So that's pretty awesome. She's a great actress, man. Loved her in A Wrinkle in Time. Keep this as a rumor for now because she's denying it, but I think it's very real. Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things looks to be in Marvel's The Eternals movie. So, you know, it's a big rumor going around right now. She's trying to deny it, but, you know, I think she's just doing the typical actor thing, being like, that's not me, I'm not in it, I never signed up for nothing, I don't know what you're talking about. So, you know, I'm just saying, I think she's in it. So, we'll see. Hope maybe we'll get an official confirmation at Comic-Con this Saturday. Let's see here. Hilary Swank has joined Universal's political thriller The Hunt. Alan Menken and Lin-Manuel Miranda are teasing a new song for the Little Mermaid remake. That's right, they're working on some new music. Darren Criss is set to star in Quibi's musical comedy series Royalties. Newcomer Maitreyi Ramakrishnan has been cast as the lead in Mindy Kaling's new Netflix series. Kevin James is set to replace Simon Pegg in the new upcoming action thriller Becky. That's right, scheduling conflict, Simon had to leave, so we got Kevin James now. I love Kevin James, man, so I'm on board for anything he jumps into for sure. Walking Dead spinoff has added Alexa Mansour, Nicholas Cantu, and Hal Cumpston to the cast. Tell Me a Story Season 2 is bringing back Danielle Campbell and has added Carrie Ann Moss to the new season. Netflix drama Firefly Lane has landed Katherine Heigl to star. Sharp Objects actor Chris Messina has joined the new movie I Care a Lot. Momo, the viral hoax, is being adapted into a new horror film by Orion Pictures, man. I hate every time I see the picture of this Momo thing. This shit's freaky as fuck, and I can just imagine this becoming a horror movie. It's gonna be nuts. So there you go. We got the trailer for Otherhood, which is a new Netflix comedy series starring Angela Bassett. So check that out. Let's see here. Sam Raimi is once again teasing a return to the Evil Dead franchise. Man, he just cannot let this thing go. Bruce Campbell, even a couple months ago, was like, I'm done, no more Ash. But Sam Raimi's like, nope, we're working on something new. He just can't let it go. Gary Oldman is set to star in David Fincher's new biopic of Citizen Kane, co-writer. Lucasfilm has revealed the look of the Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker Sith Trooper, which looks really, really cool. It's all red. It's pretty awesome. We got some Chapter 2 photos for It, of the Losers Club, so check that out. We have the trailer for Ode to Joy, a new Martin Freeman and Marina Baccarin movie. Pose on FX actress Angelica Ross has joined American Horror Story Season 9. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kevin Hart, and some other celebrities are starting to get together to premiere new shows on Snapchat. That's right, shows on Snapchat. This is going to be pretty nuts, but hey, we got to hit up all social media, don't we? The first reactions to The Lion King are in. They praise the movie as breathtaking, beautiful, visual masterpiece. Now, I know the Rotten Tomatoes score has come out, and it's not fresh, man. It is a rotten movie, and people are confused by the reviews because there is so much positivity going around about it as well. And this is the way I kind of break it down. Basically, what it is the overall review of the film is negative because the movie's pretty much a shot-for-shot remake of the cartoon, which has made a lot of people say, well, then I don't need it. I don't want it. They didn't do anything different. Like, it's cool, but it's unnecessary. Whereas on the flip side, it is a visual masterpiece, and it's beautiful, and man, what did they do with the technology? It's incredible. So from that aspect, people were blown away. But overall, as a film, people were just like, nah, it was okay. So it's kind of very, very divided, to be honest. So I'm sure visually that's just what it's all about. I just want to see it for the visuals myself. So we always have the cartoon to go back to for anything else. All right, what else we got? Oh, shit, I hit the wrong thing. There we go, sorry. Amazon will adapt the Image Comics Paper Girls as a new upcoming series. Euphoria is the new show over on HBO, and it's already been renewed for season 2, starring Zendaya, so that's pretty cool there. Don Cheadle set to star in LeBron James' Space Jam 2 movie. Christian Schall and Holland Taylor have joined Bill and Ted Face the Music. Ryan Murphy has officially revealed the American Horror Story 1984 characters, so check out the character breakdown. It's pretty awesome, especially being that it's in 1984. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Multiplayer Universe is set to be unveiled August 1st. I'm totally down for that. I love me some Call of Duty. Sexy Beast prequel series has been ordered by the Paramount Network. That's right, it'll have a 10-episode season. Netflix's original anime series coming from Zack Snyder and Jay Oliva. That's right, they're teaming up to create a new Netflix original anime series that has its storytelling roots in Norse mythology. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is opening in December at Walt Disney World. Sherlock Holmes 3 has finally landed a director, and it's going to be Dexter Fletcher. That's right, he's the guy that finished up Bohemian Rhapsody and made Rocketman. Now it looks like he's going to be doing Sherlock Holmes 3, and they're going to try to have a release date for Christmas 2021. HBO's Lovecraft Country, I should say, series has added Tony Goldwyn to the cast. The Sonic the Hedgehog redesign will please fans. That's what Tim Miller says as a producer of the film. He says they're very happy with the redesign. He thinks everybody else will be too. How to Get Away with Murder is officially ending with Season 6 over on ABC. The Flash Season 6 photos tease the return of Godspeed, which I thought the suit was super cool for Godspeed. Can't wait to see that done again. David Fincher's Herman Mankiewicz biopic has landed Gary Oldman to star. Actually, we talked about that already. I wrote that twice. Fuck. David Oyelowo's supernatural thriller Don't Let Go has been set for an August debut, and we have the new trailer for that up as well. Looks really cool. I'm actually pretty down for that one. The Dave Bautista comedy My Spy has been pushed to 2020. That's right. This movie was supposed to come out next month in August, and supposedly this is not a bad thing. The studio has loved the early feedback to the movie. The studio itself loves the movie, and they said they just want to give it some more space. They want to take it out of the crowded August marketplace, put it into maybe like a January, February, where it'll have, legs and room to stretch and make some money. Plus, Stuber just came out, and they didn't want to have two movies back-to-back with Bautista to have any kind of fatigue, so let's stretch it out and put it kind of separated out. So everything looks to be that this move was done strategically for a good reason, but we'll have to see where it goes from there. All right? I'm a little bummed about this, because me and my daughter were looking forward to watching My Spy next month, so now we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. Rob Thomas gives an update on the status of the Lost Boy pilot over at the CW. He says it'll be recast and reshot later this year, and that they're super close to nailing what they want to do. Woody Harrelson is set to join Mary Elizabeth Winstead in the new assassin thriller Kate, so great casting there. Warner Brothers and Brownstone Productions are set to team for a new Flintstones series, which is being aimed to be more adult. An adult Flintstones movie, okay, let's do it. Let's see here. Varsity Blues adaptation is being eyed over on the Quibi streaming channel that's coming soon. We have the first footage for Beverly Hills 90210 reboot, or the revival, I should say. So check that out if you're interested. Gina Rodriguez is set to play an aspiring President of the United States in her new Diary of a Female President series that's going to be coming to Disney+. Courtney Cox is set to star in a Last Chance U scripted adaptation over on the Spectrum Network. R. Kelly has officially been arrested on federal sex crime charges. Stupid ass R. Kelly, man. Good luck in jail, my friend. The Midsommar extended cut is coming, and it's going to be 30 minutes longer. Now, honestly, guys, this movie was already 30 minutes too long, so I don't know what another 30 minutes would be. I don't even know if I want to sit through it again, let alone seeing a longer version of it, but we'll see what happens with that. What else we got? Fred Dekker discusses the creative differences on The Predator. That's right. So, talks about all the different changes, and of course, Warner Brothers getting involved, and all, people just dipping their hands and feet in the kitchen, too many cooks, and messing up the last Predator movie that Shane Black did. 20th Century Fox shares a first look at West Side Story's Anita, so you can check that out. Ghostbusters 2020 has officially started filming. New Line Cinema is looking at doing a Space Invaders movie with Mortal Kombat's Greg Russo. So they're trying to keep that Rampage stuff moving along. Aya Cash is in talks for a gender-flip Stormfront in Amazon's The Boys. That's right. The series hasn't been given a second green light just yet, but You're the Worst alum Aya Cash has been entered in talks to star as a potential gender-flip Stormfront if a second season of The Boys comes to play. Doug Liman is set to direct a new superhero series for Quibi. Man, this Quibi thing is all over the place. They're going to make me spend another $10 to get this goddamn streaming service, aren't they? Is set to direct the first superhero show for it called Crazy Talented. Horror thriller Dreamcatcher has landed Lin Shaye, Radha Mitchell, and Henry Thomas to the cast. If I Built a Car book series is being adapted for a film by Greg Silverman's Stampede. Porna Jagannathan has joined Mindy Kaling's new Netflix series. Oliver Jackson Cohen is set to star as the Invisible Man for Blumhouse, which just started filming as well, too. Ari Aster, director of Midsommar and Hereditary, teases his next project, which might be a nightmare comedy. Okay, I'm down. The full 3 from Hell trailer is officially dropped by Rob Zombie. I watched this trailer last night, and I was not impressed. Now, I like The Devil's Rejects quite a bit, but this new trailer was just all over the place and just too much for me, man. But I will still check out the movie, but it was a tad too much. Jon Favreau says he's currently writing The Mandalorian Season 2 for Disney+, which is awesome. The director of the original Ring movies is returning to the series with Sadako. Oh my goodness. The Power Rangers is being rebooted, according to actor Dacre Montgomery, who played Jason the Red Ranger. He's in Stranger Things. He says that he hears they are moving forward with making another movie, but he doesn't think it'll be with any of them, and it'll be a straight-up reboot. That's a damn shame, man. I think they should move forward with a sequel and use the same team, because I really liked it, and it had the girl that played Jasmine, and she's awesome, and I would love to see her come back. I thought the guys that they had picked for the Rangers were awesome. Christoph Waltz is reportedly set to return as Blofeld in Bond 25, which is also currently filming. We have confirmed that the Mortal Kombat movie is going to be a hard R rating, and yes, it will have fatalities. That is awesome. I'm very excited about that. The Mindhunter Season 2 premiere date is set for August. Maggie might be returning to The Walking Dead. That's right, they are working at bringing back Lauren Cohen for Season 10. The Deuce's third and final season gets a premiere date of September over on HBO. We have the full cast reveal for American Horror Story 1984. Arrow is bringing back Colin Donnell and Josh Segarra for its final season. Everwood star Stephanie Niznik is passed away at the age of 52. So, man, lots of pass-aways over here on the show here tonight. I hate talking about death, and very sorry to report, once again, our thoughts and prayers to friends and family. Rumor: Bond 25 will pass on the 007 codename to Lashana Lynch. Lashana Lynch, of course, last seen in Captain Marvel. She played Captain Marvel's best friend, and I want to just squash, before we get to it, and before people start bitching and complaining about how could they, first of all, recast 007 and James Bond in the newest James Bond movie, and man, now it's going to be a female, and it's an African-American female. Oh my God! Okay, listen. This is what I suspect is happening, and pretty much guarantee is happening. Supposedly, in the new movie, Daniel Craig's 007 has retired. He's gone away, he's walked away, he's no longer 007. He is just off doing his own thing. I think Lashana Lynch is going to be the new 007, taking his place in the movie. Something will happen, and she will probably be murdered and get killed, taken hostage. Whatever the case may be, something will happen, and we will have to go get our James Bond out of retirement to come help. That's what it is, man. If he's retired and he's off, you need another 007, and that's where they could play into this. I do not think for a second that Lashana Lynch is the new 007 Jane Bond or whatever going forward into future movies. I do not feel that that's what they're doing. And I think people are taking it, some people are taking it with, joy, saying, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, look what we got for the future of James Bond. And I think you're jumping the gun, because that's not happening. And then the other people that are being pissed, saying, I can't believe they did this, and James Bond shouldn't be a girl, and I can't believe 007 is a chick, and blah, blah, blah. That's not, that, listen, it's for the storyline purposes. She's probably going to get murdered, and the 007 title will go back to James, and then they will recast James for the next movie. But that's just where we're at right now. No official word or confirmation. This is just the speculation going on right now. We do know that for sure Lashana Lynch is in the movie, and we'll see what happens going forward with that. Okay, let's move on. Let's see here. Sorry, skipping some stuff. The Jack Reacher TV series, we talked about this a while back. That is officially coming to Amazon. That's right, Amazon has picked it up and said, give it to us. So I can't wait for a Jack Reacher TV series. I think that's going to be great. Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach are set to write the Barbie movie for Warner Brothers. That's right, starring Margot Robbie. They're going to write the script. Jordan Peele's Candyman sequel will officially start filming in August. That's right, and the film is set to make its debut on June 12th, 2020. Austin Butler has landed the role of Elvis Presley in Baz Luhrmann's new upcoming movie. I know there's a lot of people going out for that role, so congratulations to him. I don't even know who he is, but hey, good job on you. Damien Chazelle's Babylon is set to potentially star Emma Stone, as studios are starting to line up for the project. We have a first look photo of Fast and Furious 9 as they're currently filming that movie. Zachary Levi says that Shazam and a Black Adam crossover is definitely a few movies away. That, of course, they still want to go through with a Black Adam movie first, a Shazam 2, and then probably at that point bring them together. We have the first trailer for The King's Man. That's right, the Kingsman prequel, The King's Man, which honestly, I love the Kingsman movies. Kingsman 1 and 2 are great, fantastic. I was a little skeptical of it being a prequel. Then the trailer came out, and yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm disappointed. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the old school feel of it. There's a couple things that happened in the trailer that I thought was unique and cool, but overall, I didn't really dig it at all, and I'm a little worried, man. I want to bring Eggsy back, and I want to get back to basics with my Kingsman. But check out the trailer and think for yourself. We got an article up with Linda Hamilton explaining why she returned to the role of Sarah Connor for the Terminator Dark Fate. Um, 13 Reasons Why. Netflix has officially removed the controversial Season 1 suicide scene among backlash. Yeah, pretty crazy, man. I mean, I watched Season 1 of 13 Reasons Why. I saw the suicide scene. I thought it was important to have in there. I don't know why almost 3 years later they're deciding to take this scene out. Seems a little dumb at this point. Everybody's seen the show for the most part. But, you know, I appreciate Netflix jumping in and doing something about it. If people are really clamoring for a change, then good on them. I just don't really get it. I thought the show, it had a bigger impact to me with the scene in there, but judge for yourself. Lea Michele is set to star in the new ABC holiday movie called Same Time Next Christmas. Melissa Benoist is going to be ditching the skirt in the new Supergirl suit. That's right. She's got pants now, and she likes it. She says it's more adult, and Supergirl is pretty badass in this new season. So, new outfit looks pretty cool. I prefer the skirt, but hey, it doesn't look too bad. Walking Dead executive producer Greg Nicotero says that the Creepshow TV series that he's doing is the hardest thing he's ever done. That's right, man. I'm hearing great things about it, though. I can't wait. Diddy and MTV are bringing back Making the Band. Oh, man. Remember Making the Band? I can't wait, man. We had Diddy... what the fuck was it? Danity Kane and O-Town came from Making the Band. So let's see what Diddy can do with MTV on a new season. Better Call Saul is set to star Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk of Better Call Saul is set to play a lawyer on the upcoming season of The Simpsons. The Lifetime Network has ordered a record 28 Christmas movies for 2019. Why in the hell would they order 28 Christmas movies? That is ridiculous. Oh, man. Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead is rounding out its cast with Omari Hardwick, Chris D'Elia, and a bunch others, man. I love the way this is shaping up, man. I love Chris D'Elia. So, yeah, can't wait. And Batista's in that, man. All right, yesterday we had breaking news, and I was so damn excited about this. Over the moon, Thor 4 is coming. That's right, and Taika Waititi is back. He's going to direct the movie, he's going to write the movie, and he's doing Thor 4. This is the first of the Avengers that's getting a fourth solo movie. It's awesome. We had heard rumors a couple months back that Chris Hemsworth renewed his deal with Marvel, even though maybe Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans didn't, that he redid his contract, and he's going to be probably in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he's going to be in Thor 4, who knows if they do another Avengers movie. This is awesome, man. I'm super over the moon about this. Thor Ragnarok is one of my favorite Marvel movies ever, and it's because of Taika Waititi and the humor, the thing that he did with Thor, and I can't wait to see another adventure with this team. Now, the sad part about this is that he was going to direct the live-action Akira movie, and I told you at the beginning of the show I had more Akira news. This is it. The Akira movie is now on indefinite hold. That's right, because Taika is now going to work on Thor 4. He's got to write the movie, then he's going to direct it, and then he might possibly come back to Akira after the fact. But as of right now, Akira is on hold and not moving forward. So don't hold your breath for that live-action Akira movie anytime soon. But this is awesome, man. Taika Waititi to write and direct Thor 4 with Chris Hemsworth returning. Incredible. Super, super stoked. We got an interview up with Jon Favreau in the cast talking about reimagining The Lion King. Harry Styles is in talks to play Prince Eric in the new Disney live-action Little Mermaid. We got everything coming and going to Hulu in August. Malcolm D. Lee has been tapped as the replacement director for Space Jam 2. That's right, the original director they had got fired, and now they brought on Night School's Malcolm D. Lee to jump in and finish the flick. So, yeah. The 71st Emmy nominations have been announced as well. I am not going to sit here and read through everything. It's going to take way too long, and I'm trying to keep the show under an hour. So, if you'd like to see all your favorite shows and everything have been nominated, check out the article. It just got announced yesterday, so you can find this news pretty easily on our social media. The 71st Emmy nominations, pretty much Game of Thrones, nominated for everything in the world. They're like, oh, it's the last season? Let's nominate it for everything. So yeah, that pretty much dominated most of it. But yeah, check it out for yourself. Netflix has debuted the first look at Roach in the upcoming Witcher TV series. A24's new film, Notes from a Young Black Chef, has landed Lakeith Stanfield to star. Karen Pistorius is joined the movie Unhinged with Russell Crowe. She was in that stupid movie Mortal Engines. We have the trailer for Night Hunter, starring Henry Cavill and my girl, Alexandra Daddario. This movie's all for me, man. It's my favorite dude and my favorite girl in this movie here. Sabrina Carpenter is set to star and produce the new YA adaptation, The Distance from Me to You. Anne Hathaway-led Sesame Street movie is being pushed to summer of 2021. We have the trailer for the Red Sea Diving Resort, which is the new Netflix movie starring Chris Evans based on the true story. Comes out later this month. X-Men Dark Phoenix is coming out in September on digital and Blu-ray. Kenya Barris has a new sketch comedy show that's getting a series order over at Netflix. Javier Bardem is in talks for King Triton in Disney's live-action Little Mermaid movie, so pretty cool there. AP Bio. We had talked about this show getting canceled, and I like this show, but I don't love it. So the show got canceled, and it was like, okay, cool. We take that back today, as just today, NBC has announced that they're reviving AP Bio, and that they're going to be putting it out on their new NBC streaming app. Once again, another damn streaming app that's probably going to cost me like $6 a month. They're getting out of control with these streaming apps, man. But NBC's going to have one, and they're bringing back AP Bio for a third season, exclusive on the NBC streaming app, so good for them. Fox and Disney's Fear Street trilogy has added Ryan Simpkins to the cast. Andre Benjamin signs on for AMC's new series Dispatches from Elsewhere. Morris Chestnut has joined The Resident as a series regular. Alexandra Daddario, oh man, my girl, ooh, again. She's joining up to star in the new drama Happy Life. The video game Warhammer 40,000 is getting a TV series. Yes, it's getting a TV series, man. It's currently in development. So there you go, Warhammer on the way. Terminator Dark Fate director Tim Miller sharing some details about the new Terminators. He talks about the differences between the new models coming out. Warner Media is developing a new Gossip Girl spinoff for its upcoming HBO Max that we talked about earlier. So Gossip Girl spinoff coming. Taylor Swift is talking about the new Cats movie that she's involved with. She's got a behind-the-scenes video that we posted up that you can take a look at. Cambridge Analytica is a new movie that's in the works, and Avengers Endgame screenwriters Marcus and McFeely are writing that film. We have the first trailer for Playing with Fire, which stars John Cena. It's a new family comedy. John Leguizamo and Key from Key and Peele is in this as well. Keegan-Michael Key. Yeah, this is like, I don't know what it is with the wrestlers turned actors, right? Why they feel they need at some point to just jump into the family vibe. Yeah, I mean, and not just wrestler turned actors. I should say, remember Vin Diesel when he did The Pacifier, and then The Rock did Game Plan and like Tooth Fairy, and then Batista's got My Spy coming up. Now we got John Cena with Playing with Fire, which is another one of those. It's produced by Nickelodeon. It's very cheesy, over the top, kind of like, look, I'm a firefighter, but I'm very silly. And I love John Cena. I love John Leguizamo and Keegan-Michael Key. But, yeah, this movie, I just don't know, man. Unless my daughter's like, oh, that looks really funny, let's watch it. I don't know if I'm going to be down with this one. I'm sorry, John. I try to support you and all, but... Apple is actually set to release the new movie The Banker, starring Anthony Mackie and Samuel L. Jackson. That's right. Which will probably be on the Apple streaming service to join everything else that's going on. Quentin Tarantino talks about the possibility of Star Trek being his final movie. It looks like it might actually be. We have the first trailer for Hustlers. I am so down for this movie. Jennifer Lopez as a stripper, yes, yes, and more yes. She looks incredible in this trailer. This also has Cardi B. It has the really hot blonde chick from Riverdale. It's got Constance Wu from Fresh Off the Boat. It looks really damn good, where basically it's based on a true story. They're strippers, but they start hustling men to get money and taking advantage of their credit cards and their spending so they can live some lavish lifestyles. I really dug this trailer. It just came out late last night, and it was really, really cool. So check out that trailer, and man, J-Lo, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block, spinning on that stripper pole. Oh, looking so good. Can't wait to see Hustlers. She's Gotta Have It has been canceled on Netflix after 2 seasons. That's right. So She's Gotta Have It no longer on Netflix. The Harvey Weinstein doc, Untouchable, has gotten a premiere date over on Hulu, and we posted up the first trailer for it. Josh Charles is joining Netflix's astronaut drama Away opposite Hilary Swank. Mario Lopez is joining Access Hollywood after leaving Extra that he's been at for 11 years. That's right, 11 years he's been on Extra, and now he's on Access Hollywood. So congratulations, Mario Lopez. Showtime has officially tapped Alicia Keys, Pasek and Paul, and more to produce a new untitled musical drama series that they're putting together. Great team behind it, especially if you're going to do something with music, so that's pretty awesome. We also have a list of all of the upcoming projects that are coming to HBO Max, which we talked about earlier, so you can see if it's going to be worth the money. And with that out the way, that is the end of my news. That is the end of my news, ladies and gentlemen. How nice. I told you I wanted to try to keep it under an hour. We're right at the hour mark right now. Let me go through all the new trailers really quick again, because I want to make sure you guys don't miss anything. The Mulan trailer, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, trailer number 2, Judy, trailer number 2, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, trailer number 2, The King's Man. We also have The Kitchen, the final trailer for The Kitchen, which comes out next month with Melissa McCarthy. Looks really, really good. The trailer for Don't Let Go, starring David Oyelowo, which looks really creepy. The Red Sea Diving Resort with Chris Evans. Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez. Playing with Fire with John Cena. We also have The Good Boys Red Band trailer number 2. And the look inside of the making of the upcoming Cats movie with Taylor Swift. So there you have that. So that's real quick, just kind of just a rundown of all the new trailers that dropped. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about box office and everything, and we'll wrap this baby up. Out on Blu-ray and DVD this week is Shazam! Shazam! I've owned this movie already for weeks because I got it on digital. So if you're one of the people that were waiting all this time for a disc, it is finally out. In theaters this Friday is The Lion King. We've already talked about that one. There's nothing else coming out. I also want to try to go this weekend and check out Crawl. I wanted to see Crawl last weekend, but once again, nobody wanted to go see the damn thing with me. I need new friends, man, that want to go see cheesy movies. I've heard nothing but great things about Crawl, so I hope to be able to see that and talk about that movie with you guys next week too, along with The Lion King. And here's your weekend box office. Let's break it down. Number 10, Men in Black International with 2.2 mil. Number 9 is The Secret Life of Pets 2 with 3.1. Number 8 is Midsommar with 3.6. Number 7 is Annabelle Comes Home with 5.6. Number 6 is Aladdin with 5.9. Number 5 is Yesterday with 6.8. Number 4 is Stuber with 8 million. Man, I'm very disappointed in you guys that you didn't go out and you didn't support Stuber. This movie needed your guys' support. It's an awesome movie. I reviewed it earlier. It's super funny, and I can't believe it only made 8 million. I thought you guys would turn out in bigger droves to see it, and that's really unfortunate because the movie deserves better. Number 3 is Crawl. Crawl, at least people went out to go see it. None of my friends, because I couldn't go see it. I almost went to see it by myself. Maybe I can talk Geeky Pat into seeing it this Friday. But Crawl made $12 million to be at number 3. Number 2 is Toy Story 4 with $20.7 million. And number 1, once again, it's Spider-Man Far From Home with $45.3 million. So pretty awesome there. Congratulations to your box office results. And that, my friends, will do it. Yes, we're a little over the hour mark, but hey, we had almost 2.5 weeks worth to get caught up on. So our next show should be easy peasy if I can stick to a normal schedule. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate all of you. If you're a new viewer or listener, I hope you enjoyed it. Please tell your friends and family to come listen to Am I on the Air? Let's do some shout outs. Why don't we use some social media? Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. That's definitely something you want to bookmark and just have on your desktop. Why not? amiontheair.com. And, of course, we are on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. We are on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me directly on Twitter at DXDonMega. I am also on the app Stardust. Stardust is a really cool video app where you can video review movies, trailers, TV shows. It's just 30-second video clips, so very easy to digest. See if you like something, see if you don't. Follow me on Stardust. It's simply Don Mega, DONMEGA, and I will give you a follow back. All right? Yes, we are on Apple Podcasts, so download, rate, and subscribe. If Apple Podcasts ain't your thing, you can, of course, get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play Podcast. We are all over the interwebs, so just search Am I on the Air, and I'm sure you'll find us somewhere. Spotify is my favorite. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. Just look up Am I on the Air, and please give us a follow. And last but not least, our great affiliates over at RedDragonsRadio.com. Thank you, as always, for streaming our show 24/7 on your site. RedDragonsRadio.com. Follow on Twitter at RedDragonsRadio. It's a great podcast hub with a bunch of really cool shows, so check it out. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for me on this Wednesday, July the 17th. I am now going to relax and rest up before I start a whole nother work day tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoyed the show once again. I hope I got you caught up really nicely in all the latest and greatest of entertainment news. Have a great week. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk next time on our next new episode. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace!
Bye, everybody. Red Dragon. Red Dragon.